Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. A little bit of a weird one here. So for those of you who haven't been here for the last, I want to say 3 or 4 months, a lot of really weird things have been happening within the cryptocurrency space that I myself have been putting together as like weird puzzle pieces, where I came to the conclusion that I think a lot of things that have been happening within the cryptocurrency space and market over the course of since the beginning of this year, maybe even since around October, you'll see why that time frame has been planned and or coordinated. This is not a tinfoil hat kind of thing or a weird, idea. It's more of a too many pieces have been lining up at the exact same time. For those of you who were not here or maybe are new to the market or simply getting back into the cryptocurrency space after not having been here for a while, a number of cryptocurrency companies and institutions began to collapse last year and sometime during the year before. But around January of this year was the really weird time when we started getting news that the US SEC was filing lawsuits against the largest crypto exchanges that we currently know of. They're Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, and Gemini. Gemini, I always mention being the weirdest ones because they've been asking for cryptocurrency regulation since roughly around 2013, 2014. They got none of it, ended up getting in trouble for something. And now one of the major news stories happens to be that it's Coinbase and Binance, kind of like at the forefront of all of this. So I mentioned at the beginning of this year, I found it weird that every single major cryptocurrency exchange around the planet got in trouble at the exact same time. There were also other news stories from other countries where they were basically, other countries were announcing that this company had gotten in trouble or that they had done something wrong or weren't able to file their paperwork correctly and therefore had been denied or weren't going to receive the proper form of paperwork. And I'm like, that's really weird that it's all happening within the same exact 6-month period as the US SEC. So you might remember 2 or 3 months ago, I mentioned this is all, once again, a little weird, the timing of everything. And I concluded that we're probably, or we would, be hearing news from Fidelity and BlackRock, 2 of the largest, if not the largest, institutions on the entire planet. They have trillions of dollars backing them. It's not a $100 billion thing. They literally own huge swaths of the world. And then we ended up hearing that, guess what? That BlackRock was filing for a Bitcoin ETF, and so was Fidelity. And then also rumors behind the scenes that they would be custodying cryptocurrency and or holding it, and also other rumors about them buying or selling. But what appears to be the most popular is the actual idea of them trying to get a physical Bitcoin ETF, which every other company within the United States has been denied since around 2013 or so. So this is actually news that I was snooping around and I found multiple articles backing it up. It actually is happening. The really weird part is, once again, this actually began to take place almost immediately after we first heard that the US SEC was filing lawsuits against the different cryptocurrency companies, which also kind of aligns it into like a really weird, that's the timing is kind of interesting. And that why would you choose this exact time frame to announce this? Apparently, and once again, as always, I'm going to link the articles in the description below so you can read and see it for yourself. It says, according to a new press release, there's a brand new cryptocurrency exchange that's trying to launch. And it just so happens to be backed by some of the largest companies on the planet. They are Charles Schwab, Citadel Securities, Fidelity, Paradigm, Sequoia Capital, and Virtual Financial have all apparently pushed their money together to create a brand new cryptocurrency exchange. Weird timing, right? As every other cryptocurrency exchange got in trouble. And they're calling it EDX Markets. And if that sounds a little weird or off, apparently they're trying to make it known as an anti-FTX, the cryptocurrency exchange that collapsed last year, which I told you that I also believed was set up in some sort of way, because the timing of the collapse, the fall of the cryptocurrency market, the rush into rules and regulations, and also just the energy that was behind the collapse of FTX. FTX was not Coinbase. FTX was not Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange on the planet. So why did everyone care about this exchange that nearly all of you had never ever heard of before? You might have seen an ad for it, but a lot of you weren't on it. So the release of, or the creation of, EDX by all these larger institutions once again solidifies for me that something is amiss. Something is weird. Something's wrong. I think that the entire timing of every other major cryptocurrency exchange on the planet, getting in trouble with the US and other countries is really weird timing, as now we know for a fact that Fidelity and BlackRock and Sequoia and Citadel and Charles Schwab are all trying to get into the cryptocurrency space as well, and they're all backing this new cryptocurrency exchange. The other really weird part, for me at least, for those of you who missed it, the US SEC, instead of giving actual cryptocurrency regulations, simply announced, I believe it was 57 different coins that they believed or announced were unregistered securities. These are things that they claim should fall under their jurisdiction. Large amount of altcoins. We're not going to go over all of them right now. This new crypto exchange called EDX Markets, in a weird twist of events. Once again, this is news that everyone missed. I saw no one discussing this anywhere. A couple of days after the US SEC decided that these 57 coins were unregistered securities and therefore fell under their jurisdiction, we had the news that EDX Markets was launching, or has already launched, or launched on that day, whatever the actual time frame might be. And instead of announcing a multitude of coins like every other cryptocurrency exchange has done, they announced that they will only be listing 4 coins. The coins are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bcash, otherwise known as Bitcoin Cash. The interesting part is that none of these coins were listed and or written off as a security by the US SEC, which also then leads me to believe that they knew exactly what was going to happen. This is me. Once again, personally, this is me. Having been in this space for a very long time, I think nothing is an accident. We are once again talking about a space, a market, where people have the potential to make hundreds of millions of dollars for relatively small amounts of money. If you've been in the market for a while, you know some of the old tales. You've definitely seen them before. I'm not talking about the crappier coins. I mean the coins that we have had around for a very long time within this market, where people have been able to push several $1,000 into the market, $10,000, and made millions from them. So when you talk about these institutions who have trillions of dollars backing them, and they have an enormous amount of liquid cash, if they threw in $1 billion each into the market and were able to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x that, I believe that institutions would therefore then do whatever they needed to do to be able to get the upper hand on every other cryptocurrency exchange. You kind of understand what I'm saying. So yeah, I think, I know a lot of people miss this news. No one was talking about it. I assume it has to do with the entire earthquake that we've been dealing with because of the US SEC, the entire cryptocurrency market, constantly going on this really weird roller coaster. People lying about that the SEC had already disapproved one of the BlackRock ETFs, which was also a lie. There's so much manipulation constantly happening within this market. And I just try and make sure that you're always aware of it as it's taking place. But yeah. They even mentioned that they're trying to have this crypto exchange basically be the opposite of what FTX was, to be able to ensure that people know that their funds are safe. The other really weird red flag for me is that this cryptocurrency exchange is being launched in a similar way that a banking institution would be launched. So one of the usual core ideas of crypto is that you, legally, wherever you might be, are able to hold onto your cryptocurrencies yourself. But we're seeing a gigantic move away from that with the entry of Visa into the cryptocurrency space. For those of you who missed it a couple of months ago, Visa announced that they're trying to build another layer or something else on top of Ethereum, where basically instead of you being able to send a cryptocurrency Ethereum to wherever you want, you could send it through Visa's system, and then it goes to another system, then it finally gets to the other person, giving you 2 extra spaces that it has to then touch, and therefore extra fees that you have to pay, which is nonsense, because this is why we have the blockchain. Same exact thing for EDX. They're marketing it as a safer way for you to be able to send your crypto, in that you send it through one channel, it goes through EDX's platform, it gets sent to another platform that says it's somewhere, once again, through another clearinghouse that settles trades, and then there'll be another third-party bank and or custodian to actually hold the customer funds until they're then released onto someone else. Why the extra steps? It's completely unneeded. The point of blockchain is that I send a transaction, it gets verified through the people who are mining the coin and or validating transactions, and it goes to you immediately. There is no third party, there is no counterparty, there is no risk, because it goes through directly. So the larger players in the space are trying desperately to not only gain control of our market, to absorb as much cryptocurrency as they possibly can, but they're also basically just trying to make it mimic the old system, and that they understand that the old system is leaving not as strong as it previously was before. And one of the easiest ways for them to make sure that they maintain control is by integrating it as quickly as they can, buying up as many coins as they can, and making sure that you understand that the safest way for you to send your coins is not simply through the blockchain. It's by sending it to them. They send it to another party, which gets sent somewhere else, and then it finally goes to the last person at the end of the line. Very, very weird. Once again, the articles are in the description below. This is what I assumed was going to take place. I just was not assuming that it would all be happening so quick. I think the timing of it basically has to do with the fact that 2024 is the Bitcoin halving, and therefore everyone is rushing in as quickly as possible to try and get their ETFs, try and make a brand new cryptocurrency exchange that's better than FTX as a new way for you to trust them. But yeah, very, very odd, all of it, but it's definitely all connected in some sort of way, because I think the timing is a little bit too weird, at least for me. I do hope, regardless of the weird video, that you have all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, great morning, great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and or supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.